the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. We'll see Cleveland facing Seattle.
That's right. I was going to change my cord a bit. I'm going to get rid of the herringbone and go to normal wood, I think.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Look at Cleveland's starting group. They've got Mozgov, Kevin Love out there with LeBron James. Then there's Iman Shumpert, and it's Irving in at the one.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because it just settles you down a little bit.
What the fucking dildo.
Kidd. Pass to Malone. Here's Thompson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Kidd against Irving. And stolen by Malone. And now in transition, it's Kidd. Here we go. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official
Oh, fuck. I
has
thought
to
I was
make.
shooting.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now here's Thompson. Feeds it to Malone. Knocked away. Mozgov drives in. And it's rebounded by Dr. J, Julius Irving. On defense, Cleveland. And here we go. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Fuck. There's a shot.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Irving. Love with the screen on Kidd. Irving dishes to Love. Misses in close.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And he gets it to go.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
On defense, Seattle.
$8,000 what? Card.
Irving with the ball.
Pack.
He feeds it to Mozgov. Another miss by Mozgov. Mozgov's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Hit it. Mozgov covering from 13. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
I tell you what,
Last time I was in the park was when I was doing the other day.
Guys, they're looking for a
Last time I was in the park was with you and Risk the other day.
Off the basket so far.
The Risk.
It's a pick by Love. Irving kicks to Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
I tell you what, the defense should sing Christmas cards for that miss.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful.
Yeah, it might be like it was like last year. I remember last year playing with fucking Noob.
First quarter of ball, almost
You'd be
2.5
playing with Noob
minutes
all the
in.
time and he was pretty good, and then all of a sudden he'd come out and you're like, what the fuck's wrong with Noob? He's playing weird. And that's when we found out that it was his fucking brother. So 2 different guys were playing on the same account. Bound to cause shit.
He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop.
Yeah.
They were all over. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Now here's Kidd. Irving kicks to Malone.
I think he might have brought a PlayStation 4. Because see, that's what he was talking about.
Shot, hit it. Shot
And then the
is
next thing I know,
by
I'm pretty sure
Love.
Posterizer brought his account.
Cleveland with the ball.
Changed the name to Posterizer or whatever.
Irving with the ball.
So I'd say he's on PS4 now.
Irving dishes to Love. Mozgov sets a screen for Love. Lock at 6. Mozgov passes to Love. Hands it from downtown.
I'd say there'd be more people anyway, it would be one thing. Like, even the Australian park servers would probably be fuller than ours, I'd assume.
The 11-footer. Love grabs the board. Irving against Kidd.
That's what I mean.
Now here is Irving. Defense right on him. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Cleveland shooting their second and third free throws tonight. A platoon swap here for Seattle. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Jefferson comes in for James. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Williams in for Kyrie
DC.
Irving.
MJ finding his man right there.
1:49 left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Williams. He's covered closely. And it's blocked. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. Jefferson's shot is off. Williams kicks to Thompson. And stolen by Jordan. To the inside, Jefferson. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And Seattle making a change here. Anderson's
Fucking
checked in. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Cleveland.
Yeah, I never do any good with those packs and shit. I hate buying them.
Jefferson against Jefferson. Varejão dishes to Thompson. 4 on the clock. That's a 2 from Smith. Good D by Jordan.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong in the glass so far.
Fuck.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Now, here is Reed. Following the miss by J.R. Smith. And here's Jefferson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Hit by Varejão. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Reed. And once again off the mark by Seattle. Cleveland shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
This game's been a fucking nightmare so far.
So both teams making some changes here.
And it's shit.
Smith hits them both. Coleman. And no good trying to get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books.
Oh, that's fucking
Cleveland
pathetic.
ahead, up by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. First quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Irving. And it's Varejão in at the center. Here's LeBron after Moses Malone scored. And he gets it to go.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Down low. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
James against Irving. The drive by James. They get it back. Thompson passes to Varejão. Good. Varejão's got the lead up to 4 now for Cleveland.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Irving kicks to Malone. And they double up James. Here's Varejão, and it's Seattle with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Shumpert in there for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Seattle with the ball. Following the basket by LeBron James. Thompson dishes to Malone. 8 feet away. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Here's Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And it's a 5-point Cleveland lead.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now. And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Reed is checked in for Seattle. Jefferson comes in for Irving. The kick out to LeBron. And there's the call on Jefferson. That's his first foul. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shot's good. And Cleveland leads by 5.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for him. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Now here's Shumpert. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And that one's good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And it's Seattle with the ball, trailing by 5. And that one's good.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
Now, here is Irving. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Jason Kidd is checked in for Seattle. And then for Cleveland, J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Kidd, no good.
Fuck.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Love outside. Dishes to Smith. It's a pick by Love. And it's Smith penetrating. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Smith's got 6 points.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Here's Reed. Mozgov grabs the board. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's Smith. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
It's Kidd with the drive. Thompson up top. Reed a screen. This one for 3. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Smith kicks to Love. Down low. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And the shot is good.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
1:06 left to play here in the half. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jordan, he's checked in for Richard Jefferson. And Cleveland also making a change. Jefferson's checked in. 1:03 left here in the second. Smith kicks to Jefferson, and he gets it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Kidd. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Love with the screen on Kidd. Williams attacking. 3 on the clock. It's Jefferson outside. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Jordan. Seattle trails by 5. And that one is hammered home.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And so here's Cleveland. Outside Jefferson. Back to Williams. To the left wing. There's the 3. Seattle grabs the miss. The dish now to Jordan. 11 feet away. No good.
Fuck you, Jordan.
First half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cleveland leads by just 3. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. They got Jason Kidd. He's out there with Thompson. Malone is out there with Irving. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
For Seattle, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Good on both. Now Irving. Love outside. Inside, Mozgov. That falls. Great assist by Love. Mozgov's got his second basket of the night.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
To the middle, here's Pettit. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that's how it's... I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Kidd against Irving. Here's Pettit. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Superb playmaking from Kidd with that dish right there.
I said Bobby Pettit. Whenever I need a basket, I sort of go to Bobby Pettit.
Banked in off the glass. Mozgov's got 10 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Pettit. And another basket for Seattle.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Timeout called. Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. James wide open. And another miss by Cleveland.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And stolen by LeBron.
Fuck's sake.
Outside jumper. But they recover it. And Thompson throws it down.
Oh, and what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Fuck.
And Cleveland making a change here. Verjau's checked in. Here's Shumpert. Again, Shumpert missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one.
And Seattle making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Outside Irving. On the wing, Shumpert. He's covered by Irving. And Shumpert kicks to Verjau. Malone with the block. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Irving. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Seattle. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Iman Shumpert. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Malone. Gets the bucket and...
Oh, Moses.
That's on LeBron James.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
For Seattle, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
What a performance. Just look at the game from Malone. 12 points and 2 blocks.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
And it's Seattle with the ball. Anderson Verjau making his last shot. Here's Irving. LeBron kicks to Dellavedova. And good on the basket. Book it.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Smith checked in for Cleveland. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Well, their pass it to Mourning. And a wide open look for Jordan. Here's Coleman. And Thompson sends it back. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. And Seattle making a change here. Reed's checked in. Mo Williams is checked in for Cleveland. Jordan dishes to Anderson. Irving with the steal. Here's Williams. No good off the back of the rim. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You've got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Reed is screen. Anderson kicks to Reed. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Reed's got it all tied up now for Seattle. LeBron against Mourning. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists here tonight. 1:37 left to play in the third. And Anderson kicks to Butler. Here's Mourning. Back to Butler. Pass to Mourning. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Mourning's got his first points of the game.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Reed against LeBron. And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Here's James. He has 6. Thompson outside. It's Williams with the drive. Shot clock at 5. Smith kicks to Williams, and it's blocked.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game. Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there, Greg, to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Seattle. Kidd comes in for Anderson. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Kevin Love in for James. Picked by Williams. Jefferson passing to Mozgov. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
And here's Cleveland. It's a 1-point game. Williams up on top. He's covered by Kidd. Williams against Kidd. Off target at the rim.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it.
And 1 point going into the fourth.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Shumpert with it, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got him on Shumpert. Kevin Love out there with Mozgov. Then it's Jefferson, and it's Dellavedova in at the point. Jefferson, and it's sent back by Irving. They retain possession. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's find out the news on Richard Jefferson. Doris, what do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with Cleveland's head athletic trainer. It doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
Now here's Malone. Following the missed shot by Timofey Mozgov. And then Malone with the dunk. And at Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
And so it's Cleveland with it. After the basket by Seattle, here's Mozgov. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Now here's Kidd. Out to Thompson. Pettit. He's guarded by Love. Kidd dishes to Malone. 4 on the shot clock. From the baseline. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
Taken away by Kidd. Stolen by Thompson. Dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
Cleveland with the ball. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Irving out to Shumpert. Back to Irving. Can't hit. Seattle goes the other way with it. And there's the pass to Kidd. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. There's the feed to Malone. Kicks to Irving. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
If you can continue to pound it inside.
Anderson Varejau's checked in for Kevin Love. There's a screen. Irving kicks to James. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
What a game for LeBron. He's got 8 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Here's Shumpert. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And Cleveland leads by 1. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Cleveland.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off.
Oh,
for guys with more than 2
motherfucker.
steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And Dr. J slams it in. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's Irving after the basket by Seattle. He used that pick to get in close.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you could ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Now here's Kidd. And Thompson kicks to Malone. Takes it from 10. And another basket for Seattle.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Timeout called. Cleveland. They're behind by 1. There's 1:47 left here in the fourth quarter. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. LeBron's shot is good.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game. You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
And Cleveland making a change here. Love's checked in. The kick out to Irving. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
To the paint, here's Pettit. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Irving attacking.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Seattle.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Clark, plenty of drama in this one so far.
And I would not be surprised if it goes right down to the buzzer.
Shumpert against Thompson. 6 to shoot. Screen by Malone. There's the triple. it's Kyrie
Oh,
Irving with the rebound.
motherfucker.
And here's Cleveland. Shumpert passes to Irving. And another miss by Cleveland. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so too.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Oh, fuck.
Woo. Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time, Kevin, for the stars to shine.
Malone, a screen on Irving. Kidd attacking. Dishes it to Malone.
Oh, no.
D from Love. And so here's Cleveland. They trail by 1. Stolen by Thompson. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Timeout called. Cleveland. They're losing by 3. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. And here is Irving. Puts up a 3. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. From deep 3-point range, no good. So a close game sees Seattle taking this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked.
Just got it.
But a win nonetheless.
Yeah, it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the
Not sure if I'll get the MT to get the stars, though.
down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
$741. What did I need? Oh, 1 point. Fucking just.